Thank you, Jim. Firstly, welcome all of you to London. I'm from India, and it's very important there is a connection between pots and India. And dairy products, you might know cows originate from India. So I'm taking you several thousand years away from today ago, several thousand years ago, like Gordon took you maybe a few hundred years ago. So how was it several thousand years ago? None of these were in these plastics and bottles. All of these were found only in pots. So those days people didn't have nanopores. So they have to eat it. Maybe the grandmother said, this is a buttermilk, please drink it. There is enough lactobacillus, but they didn't know what is lactobacillus those days. But now we have a choice to see what is in all of these pots. And it has evolved so much, we have to know what is in these pots. So firstly, do people label it, and do they label it correctly? So here are some cases where people label it very well. Like for example, Vibact is a tablet which is available in India. If you come to India or any tropical countries, you have to take these kind of tablets against shigellosis or other bugs which can hit you with diarrhea. So it is nothing but lactobacillus spores. And then Yakult, you might have heard, this is a Japanese company which makes a 1 cent milk into maybe $1 by only growing lactobacillus casei in it. That's it. So they label it. Some people label it. Some people label it, but they don't give the composition. That is some of the tablets which has many, many different bacteria. There are some people don't label it, but you can figure out, for example, Nestle, which sells in India called Dahi, they call it, it has lactobacillus, 100 lactobacillus are there, 100,000 lactobacillus or 100 crores of lactobacillus per 100 grams. And then the home curd, which the grandmothers make, now our mothers, wives, everyone makes it. These are all probably came from inoculum from thousands and thousands of years ago. What is in it? So what did we do? We just stirred all the milk products, spin it down, and extracted DNA. We did a PCR barcoding. These were all done in R7 flow cells, used R7 flow cells, because we were trying to show someone how fast you can find out something. So here it is. So 12 different products were done, and the last one is the control, where we intentionally mixed E. coli, lambda, phage, and mycobacterium DNA. So we could identify it correctly, and then you'll be surprised that we could find with very, very small number of reads, we could identify what is in the pot. And sometimes the pot was not labeled correctly. So how is yogurts and curds are all made? They are all made actually with Streptococcus thermophilus and lactobacillus were used. And commercially, they use two of them, Lactobacillus delbrueckii and S. thermophilus is used to make all your yogurts and curds. Now we can do all of these things in a very short time. So quickly, here is a chart where this famous Yakult, actually we could find with 200 some odd reads, we could find some fungi which are not supposed to be there. So I called up some of the companies, of course, Don speaking. But anyway, when you have lesser number of reads, but the number of bugs or loads of bugs are there in it, like this capsule, which contains 9 different bugs, we couldn't find all of them. So we later on figured that you need at least 500 reads to find out a complex metagenome of someone who has made this kind of a thing. So what are the conclusions? Even 70 reads is enough to get a mono or diculture identified correctly. If there is more than 10 bugs, 500 reads are required. So major composition can be found in just 4 to 6 hours. And now we have a locally run database and a tool, so we need not go to Metricore and come back. Sometimes it might take 2 to 3 days time, and you might very well do a microbiology test. So this you can do it faster. So is the pot labeled correctly? Yes, it can be identified within 4 to 6 hours. Thank you.
Questions? Yes, in the back here.
Hi, thanks.
So with such few reads, do you worry about contamination, in particular reagent contamination, for identifying what's in there?
Yes, so we had a control where we could see that we found only what are the 3 items found, and then all the 12 had different contaminations. So we feel that it could have come on the shop or in the label when they packed it, and we also took 2 different batches from 2 different shops, and we identified the presence of the other bugs which are not supposed to be there in almost same proportion, and the same manufacturer contains the same lots contain the same bugs. I'm sure they are there because these are not really what you call sterile cultures. They are actually, they pasteurize the milk and inoculate the other bugs. So they are bound to be there. So don't worry about what is in the pot, just drink it maybe for now.
Okay, thanks.
Famous last words.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Raja.